Hello, Collective. Wendy Joy, Love and Light. I was kind of curious. Does anybody really know what a relationship is? Like a real one, like a true one, like an honest one, where it's 50-50 and you give what you get and you get what you give, right? Because I've been in an awful lot of relationships, meaning I've had an awful lot of people diversified, around me at one point or another in my life. And some came in strong and showed, unwavering commitment to love and, forward motion, but was short lived. And then others, they didn't have any type of desire or inner drive. And then that leads, the other to believe that that connection doesn't mean as much on both sides. It's a heavy connection, a one-sided heavy connection. And then there's the connections that, go out of their way to create like havoc or harm or hinder. And for the mere fact that they're bored, and it gives them stimulation at some level. So, relationships over the course of my life have been on all ends of the spectrum, and many of them short-lived. And many of them tried to be long-lived, like the dense, negative, heavy ones that, were looking to obtain a victory by, breaking your will in any way. I mean, it could be any way, through words or, actions or thoughts, movements. So it could be anything. But what I've noticed is that when something is harmful, it tries to linger and stay. And when something is loving and light, it sometimes floats away. So that led me to believe that maybe I really do know what a real relationship is. And a real relationship is a 50-50 give and take, right? And it's where nothing is heavy one-sided, but it's equally distributed and balanced, right? And then nobody is dreading the other partner or partners, right? Because there could be more than one, depending upon what we're talking about, whether it's a job or a special friend or a spouse or a group of people or your family unit or your workplace environment. It could be anything. But what I do know is that to have a relationship, to participate in one, is actually a positive, because nothing is ever gained if you don't step in and play the game, regardless of what that game is, or regardless of how the outcome, evolves. Because just keep in mind that unless we're playing solitaire, right? A one game, a one person game, then we're inviting other people to play with us. And when we play responsibly and respectfully, not just with the one, but with the whole, right? Meaning we don't cut corners, we don't make snide remarks, we don't try to stick our foot out and trip somebody when they're walking, whether it be physically or metaphorically, or we don't make fun of or, joke upon, which is really never a joke, to the person being joked of, It's like what may be humorous for one may not be humorous for all. on those relationships, tend to want to stick around too. But what I do know is that when you find your position in life and you decide what type of relationship that you would like to have in your life, then that puts you in a more grounded, well-balanced place. And I've had a multitude of different situations to learn and to grow from. And every time, I have always been eager to accept the lesson from both realms, from the heavy and from the light, because they both came with value. They both, being polar opposites, showed me that a relationship does not exist in one place, like in a low place or in a high place, if only one part of that equation is in that place. Right, a little bit conflicting, but not really. So what I mean is, when you love, your vibration raises. When someone loves you, their vibration raises. Whether or not you or that other person stay in each other's lives for a duration is yet to be seen, because the love that you carry is light enough to lift you and float you away. Meaning that not everything is good to experience forever, when you were meant to take the value, to hold on to the lesson, to retain the understanding, so that when, and remember, everything you put out comes back, right? So when that love comes back to you, it comes back vibrating even higher, because you've both grown. You've both become, I don't want to say light as a feather, but so full of love that it carries you along your journey, because your vibration has risen, your frequency, putting you on a different playing field completely, right? The whole earth is trying to do that. And little by little, we all are. We're all going to be raising our frequency. And the best way to do that and to migrate into a lighter, loving, more unified world is to willingly love yourself, to love your neighbor, and to honor whatever the relationship may be. And to understand that whether it's a learning experience or a teaching experience, you are in control of your destiny. And I am quite positive that you are well on your way to creating your special place at the table of abundance, prosperity, and higher frequency. If you need me, reach out. Don't hesitate. Don't sit and shout. Just pick up the phone and be like, Wendy. And be like, oh, hello, honey, 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 honey. Don't be blue. Let's laugh a little and sing. And you'll be like, what? What the hell is your problem? Automatically, your whole mindset shifted. And that's the kid in me poking you in your sides, making you realize that you can control how you feel and what you perceive and the place that you want to be. And if you would like a crazy little kid in a grown-up adult body with an extremely enlightened third eye, reach out, talk to me, because you are enlightened. You are a kid at heart, And you are also an adult in the mind. And together, the roads that we can travel, the adventures that we can find. The birds are talking, setting up plans. It's perfect. Relationships don't just happen with other people. They happen with everything and all around you, including nature. You have a very good day, my lovely creative family. And I cannot wait to hear what type of relationships you have experience with. Blessed be.